Alright, when multiplying whole numbers, again pretty similar to addition. Line them up. Then we're going to start with the right side. So 8 times 7, 56. 3 times 7, 21, plus 5, 26. Eight times 8, 64. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 6, 14. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 1 is 25. In this next example, we can see that we have more than one digit in both numbers, so slightly longer problem, some extra steps. Again, I'm going to multiply the numbers by the 5 first. So 9 times 5, 45. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 4 is 9. And 4 times 5 is 20. When I go to the second number over here, what I want to do is before I start the multiplication, I want to add a 0 in the first column, and I'm going to start the multiplication. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scratch off the numbers that I've done from my first one so I'm not confused when carrying over numbers in this second multiplication. So 9 times 3, 27. 1 times 3 is 3, plus 2 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12. Once I'm done this, I'm going to add up those two rows. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 7 is 16. Carry over 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 1 plus 0 is 1. The other thing you can do is you can always test these multiplications in your calculator. Make sure you get the same solution. Alright, so let's try this next one. Six times 5 is 30. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 3, 43. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 4 is 19. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6. My second number, I'm going to first add my 0. 6 times 1 is 6. 8 times 1 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. And technically you should have cancelled these off before, but because no numbers carried over, it didn't really matter. Now when I'm multiplying with the third number over here, I'm going to add 2 zeros. So every extra number you multiply, you will keep adding an extra 0 over here in this column. Again, I'm going to start my multiplication. 6 times 2 is 12. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I'm going to add up all three columns. Two 97990. Yeah, I'm going to check it in my calculator. Get the same solution. Last question, part E over here. What you notice in part E is there are a lot of zeros at the end of this question. When you have zeros at the end of the numbers, what you can do is you don't have to include the zeros in your multiplication. So for this example, I'm going to do 36 times 25. 6 times 5 is 30. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 3 is 18. Add my 0. 6 times 2 is 12. Carries over 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I'm going to add those two up. Get 900. Check that I did that right. 36 times 25 900. And then once you get your final solution, you can add all the zeros that you left out. So in this case, I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros to my solution. If you want to put commas, you can read that number as 90 million.